So I was about to go visit my parents who lived in Texas. I lived in Madison, Wisconsin. So I get on the phone with my mom. I call her up and say, Mom, I'm so excited. I'm coming to visit you, and Aunt Betty, her oldest sister, was going to be there, and that's what really inspired me to go. And I said, okay, is everything all set? How we doing, And she says, well, honey, there's been a little change of plans. And I'm like, I know enough to know that that's like a red alert, a little change of plans. So I said, okay, Mom, what's happening? And she said, well, last night we all went over to Aunt Tease's and we had such a good time. And oh, us girls, we have so much fun together. We always have. And then Betty came over to stay with Walter and I because she loved to stay with us. And the next morning, I was making eggs. Betty loved my eggs. And, she sort of had to take you around the block when she told the story. And she said, well, and I was making Betty eggs. And all of a sudden, I hear this little bitty sound. And it was like, and she died. And I'm like, Mom, you're telling me your sister, my Aunt Betty, just died at your kitchen table this morning. And she's like, why, yes, that's exactly what happened. And I'm like, Mom, you're either like, I don't know, how really are you? And she was like, well, the truth is I'm honored because I believe that Aunt Betty chose us because she knew Walter and I would take care of everything. And I really feel honored because that is what happened.
But you said to her, you're either in denial or you're
Okay,
enlightened.
yeah.
So say that now.
Okay. So I said, well, Mom, I'm a little in shock. I said, you're either in denial right now or you're just enlightened that, you can roll with this. And she said, well, honey, don't you just think maybe it's a little bit of both?